Welcome back everybody into the recap of day 12 of the FTMO challenge. As you're seeing, this is the high quality preparation based on the 5-minute chart that I did this morning pre-London, as you can see, 1 hour and a half pre-London. And these were the ranges that I would find, the PSAs on the 30 minute, and also 1 hour and 4 hours, I think. And this was the price action during the night. And as you can see also, this was the consolidation area where price was in during the late Asian session, coming into the open of pre-London. As you can see, identifying these ranges, these were the lows, but these can be the range with volume, and as well this very clean. I mean, on the 5-minute it's quite choppy, but I think that on the 15-minute it was much cleaner. As you can see, it's much cleaner on the high time frame, and you can see it because of how few candles, red candles, are in even in the 5-minute. So if we are going to see on the 15, as you can see, yes, it's not the prettiest, but it is indeed a nice bullish range, which on the, as you can see, on the 5-minute it's not. So these were the ranges of today and how it went. So of course, coming into New York, what happened during the London session? As you can see, price broke above these candles on the 5-minute. I don't know if there was some nice candles. I think that this was like a 15 minutes closing bullish, and with a possibility of entering, if I'm not mistaken. Was this 15 and these two 8.15, yeah, the closing bullish, and then this one closing above, small wick, but small candle, but still going like 15 pips on the upside. And but as you can see, not really clean price action, not clean movement. And as you can see, reaction exactly at these 15-minute price sensitivity areas on the left hand side, already charted up, and sorry, and then very aggressive engulfing bearish move, reacting at these same previous lows, then reacting at this previous PSA, and then aggressive moves, breaking aggressive below this previous PSA and continuation down, just to react at this 30 minutes price sensitivity area. So as you can see, the reactions on these price sensitivity areas are very, very clean, and it's very, very important. So these are the trades. So this was back testing pre-New York. So price was very bearish. As you can see, I showed you the price was staying below this area, and there was a lot of bearish pressure. As you can see, yes, the bullish candles were coming in, but the number and strength of the bearish were strong, were a lot. And when I saw this candle closing bearish with a strong rejection on top, I thought about entering short. I mean, just for the sake of, this was sort of backtesting. Okay, let's see if now this is my chance, my sort of backtesting entry, and this rejection, then candle made that lower, a small top wick, and then went below 26 pips. Why? The reason why I didn't want to enter, because we're really close to this 4 hour and 30-minute PSA, and price could have easily jumped back like multiple times. So it was just backtesting with the momentum, especially of the 5-minute before New York. So I was expecting exactly that that movement, that impulsive, volatile movement, to just grab some scalp, and then that's it. And this was my reasoning of the backtesting. This one on the opposite side, of course, understanding that this candle closing this bullish after grabbing this liquidity in New York open can result in the continuation bullish. So I thought about entering at the break of this previous PSA instead of waiting there, but I didn't want to because I said, okay, no, I always do that. I always try to anticipate. I had a buy stop placed above here. This is just back testing, and it became the actual trade. As you can see here, the price went above. Was the candle, broke, just retraced a little bit, and then went above. But my actual buy stop was there above all these weeks. Went like 9 pips in profit, 1, 2, 3 times. I didn't want to take the profit manually because I mean, this candle closing like this can still mean that we are above the PSA, grab liquidity over there, and then continuation up. So it went really, really close to being TP. And then I managed to be neutral and say, okay, no, you know what? As per your plan, I know you were really close to the profit, but you have to take partials here. It was a pre-plan. When the candle breaks these previous lows, take 50% off, and then 50% at the full stop loss. So first trade was an actual loss. Second trade was really, really bad. But let's see. This is journaling of the first trade. Buy stop. Managed the trade with 50% off. Pre-London candle, pre-New York. Candle close with huge rejection, liquidity grab. Previous lows, next candle is the same. Thought about entering even before. Take advantage and anticipate, but I chose the safe entry. I don't know if I should have waited for the 15-minute candle to close above, then the usual lower wick plus buy stops. But even in this case, I mean, this is a fake out, and you can't. I mean, yes, you grab liquidity exactly at these previous lows. Yes, but you can't be safe from a fake out. I mean, yesterday we were talking about missing out on this, which could have been easily rejected here, but I mean, it's just probabilities. This was a fake out, and that's it. And okay, journaling. And actually, there's not much that I could have done. If just a little bit of more push, I could have been in profit and break even, but that's it. I was able to contrast the thoughts of closing it manually because it was not, I mean, it's not planned. And I'm very happy because I can manage to close 50% of the position, even though it was so close to TP. I mean, not being attached to the trade so much that it could paralyze me, because I mean, it can be that, no, damn, I was really so close. Why am I so unlucky? And let it go to full stop loss. Instead, I let it. I managed, and that was it. So I lost only 66 instead of 100. So that was, for me, was really a good point of the day. Let's see, for the second trade, as you can see, price was moving very slowly. Reacted here, bounced from there. This candle made a huge rejection. So it was sort of wanted to replicate this backtesting setup. So the candle, I placed a sell stop over here. This candle never activated. This one took a very long time to activate it. And as soon as he activated, then he went bullish. I managed to close 50% when the candle broke these previous lows, and then full stop loss. As you can see, I knew perfectly, especially after this candle closed this small, I should have removed the stop loss if I was completely focused. The point is that I was conscious that the price action was not very good. There was no momentum, and I kept it there. I don't know if it was careless. I mean, really, that I don't care. Whatever it happens, it happens. Or I don't know, maybe I was fused maybe with the previous loss. I don't know. Of course, I know what I should have done, not entering, being more patient and waiting for the candle to close below here with the right momentum. As you can see, price always gives you further momentum and volume to take advantage of if you are on the charts, if you don't take too many trades before. So one here, one there, and as you're going to see, I gave this buy a second chance. I gave these buys a second chance right there. So if you guys want to copy my trades, just do the opposite. Because as you can see, where I bought, if you sold, it would have been 50 pips. When I sold, if you had bought 70 pips. When I bought, if you sold, it would have been more than 100 pips. So if you want to do some copy trading with exactly the opposite, that would be awesome for you. The price is still going down. Okay. And let's see the third trade, which is over there. Yes. So as you can see, the stop loss was small, was 15 pips, so I didn't manage it. There was no room to manage it, so I took the full loss. So the reasoning for this was that the price, of course, showed now momentum and volume towards the bullish momentum and didn't enter there. There was no setup. Actually, there was one that I was looking at, and the setup was on the 15-minute, and it was this one. So this 15-minute candle is moving up. Yes, it's closing below, but I mean, for me, what I was thinking is, okay, if the price breaks this week, then there's a high chance that it can continue towards this range. It's something that I'm not quite used to it, especially because it's not a setup that I trade frequently. It's not the cleanest setup, especially with this kind of body. So I wasn't 100% sure. The stop loss would have been like 20 pips right below this previous candle. And as you can see, there were also these previous price sensitivity area on the left. But I mean, with the momentum, I'm not buying there. I'm buying if the price goes up. There's a high chance, and there was indeed. Okay, so I don't take this entry. I wait for the candle to close. The 15-minute is closing. Oh, no, it's not even 15-minute. The very next candle is moving up and it's closing there. What I do is this. I like this wick, and when the candle opens, makes a lower wick. What I do is I place a buy stop over there, 15 pips right below this previous candle, with the hope, and this is the main issue, I had the hope that if price breaks above this wick, it will go and fill this previous wick, which is 10 pips. So this was my hope, and it's never good to have a hope. But as you can see, price activate my buys. With the spread, it's very easily to activate it and then continue down. So that was the third loss. And as you can see, 3 losses, and I'm not able to take any other trades. So as you can see, when the momentum is clean, there was news, consumer confidence here this time coming out very good. So very bearish for gold. I'm not able to enter anything of this because I'm not anymore on the charts. I'm telling you that I could have entered there. I don't know. Possibly. Maybe. You see this candle, next top week, when it breaks below, it goes at least to these previous lows. But at least the candle is closing strong. So this candle, if this candle closes strong, I mean, there's all others. This is another setup, much cleaner, much better. And even here, I mean, this candle makes it top and then goes below these previous lows. You can enter, partials taken, goes back, and then goes for your full TP. So just being patient. And that is also what we're going to talk about later. This is the main issue, that I was careless and I was hoping, but I mean, this is the third trade. I desperately need to build patience. I really think that 5 minutes are very slow. I find them very slow and I keep rushing the entries. Yeah, they possibly will teach me the patient themselves with the losses, but what I'm trying to do really is I need to, not to hope that something will happen, but to be confident there's a higher probability. And the setup that I'm taking are not high probability. This one, yes, for me it was good. Possibly I would have entered here instead of there. This one I knew that it was not good. And this one, I don't know, was kind of meh. But as you can see later on, the price action was much cleaner. As you can see also here, price retraces, we are bearish, price has reacted over there. We are creating a resistance. So as you can see also exactly at the same price level. And this candle is closing bearish. This candle makes a top wick, closes bearish, and is going below these previous lows. So when it closes below these previous lows, you can either enter live, and there you go, or wait for the next candle, and there you go. That's basically it. Now you know that the trend is resuming bearish. There's a higher chance that the trend is resuming, and you can even go and fill this full wick on the left hand side. And again, afterwards, look here, these candles. Yes, of course you can enter there and say, hey, you know what, right here, we broke the lows, but then we lost. It happens. If you give the trade another chance, you have then a winning trade. And so the main point is patience. Okay, so let me just give me a second. Which was also the daily mission. Patience for your setup. And I'm not. But what I thought about is that let's see how we are doing today. Of course, 3 losses minus 2%. We are down 5.2% overall. Doesn't really matter to me. Okay, so what can we do to improve further? And we're going to see the review here, but I want to talk about what I did after a little work. What I did was going back and doing my study, because I needed to have a confirmation that I was still good. And I took some simulation trades on the 21st of April 2021 with the confirmation of this live streams. And these were the trades, profitable. Then understanding this, the same of today. This was exactly the same of today. New York open makes the lower wick and then closes bullish. I place a buy stop over there, right on top of the wick. And as you can see, travels and goes 10 pips, goes even further 30 pips, and I have a profit. This is essentially what happened today. It's just that today didn't happen, so maybe I should have placed the buy stop over here. I would have been in profit, yes. Okay, it doesn't go further, it's fine. But 10 pips with all this volume and momentum, it gives you for sure. The first trade was fine. Could have been better, placed better, but it's still fine. It was this trade and this trade that were not optimal. And by not being optimal, they prevented me from taking advantage of the real volume of the day. But at least it's very good because, okay, I come back and say, okay, My problem, why am I profitable in the simulation and not in the live? Because I'm not patient. I'm not able to wait for an entry. So what what steps can I take? I think that after this FTMO challenge, I will take a week off and forcefully, deliberately watch 12, 15-minute candles and 36 minutes candles. So I will look at this the New York session, so 3 hours of 15-minute candles and 36 and the 5-minute candles without taking any with the broker close, without any trade, but really looking at them, understanding how slow they are. But I mean, they are only 36 of these, as you can see, 36 here, 36 candles. In these 36 candles, there's plenty of room for me to take advantage of. And it's not that I don't know the price sensitivity areas, it's just me being patient. Okay, this is just really focusing on this. Let's say only these things matter. Okay, so let's say no, this yellow border, and I don't want you to go on the right, only this. Then can I do something like this? Nothing, full black. Okay, I don't care about you. Okay, and you go over there. Okay, and okay. Okay, so as you can see, this, let me move. Okay, so this is the New York. It's simple. I come into the chart and I see that we have this, we have this. So what I want is to buy above there, above this, or below that. And that's easy. And let me select them. As you can see, buy above, sell below. All what happened in the middle doesn't matter. So it's not like I don't have the tools for it. It's just that I don't have patience. And this patience, I will learn it the hard way. So, okay, I will look at all the New York session. 3 hours is not a lot. 3 hours without taking a single trade. Maybe backtesting, but really focusing on understanding the real, how slow the time is, so that I don't have to rush everything in the first half an hour, 15 minutes. Half an hour, 1 hour already have 2 trades. No, I don't have to rush it. There's no need, because I have 3 full hours. In fact, I'm never getting past this second hour. It's almost never, I'm almost never trading from 4 to 5, which is also when the volume is bigger. And I have already burned out in the first 2 hours, 1 hour and a half, 2 hours. And that's not good. burn out in the first half an hour and then not taking advantage of the whole movement. That's bad. That's really bad. So this is the steps that I will take after this FTMO challenge. And this, we already talked about it. Any trade was explained. Strong points, sort of limitations were the patience. And but at least, I mean, afterwards, it's not like I just went back and whatever. I thought about it and I went and back tested it. And as I showed you, in the back testing, it's still good. I know that I can find opportunities on my own, as you can see, and these are not biased. I don't know the result. This is last year, so very, very nice. This was the advice that I gave during this live stream. Very, very nice. And so yes, this is the patience. And I know, I mean, I'm doing the hard way. I know that 90% of the people are watching the streams, trying to use it as a signal, as trade ideas. I'm doing my own trade ideas every single day. And it's just me against me and the market. So it's very, very difficult. But I will get there. So I see you tomorrow.